Kia too technical. So as you can see, the kind people over at TCL was kind enough to send me out their new TCL Tab 8 Nxtpaper 5G. This will be released today, which is Thursday, September the 26th. They sent me a pre-installed SIMs card. So this is Verizon Wireless. This will be on Verizon Wireless if that's something that you want to pick up. If you pick this up for yourself, it will not come with a SIMs card. That's something you'll have to get on your own. But it does come with the TCL Tab 8 Nxtpaper 5G, USB-C cable, quick reference guide, and then your warranty and safety. So this just says, talking about the 5G information that it has. I will try to make sure I drop a link in the description to where you can go pick this up for yourself. So now let me get my unboxing knife and let's get this open and see what we are greeted with. So this is one of their new 8-inch tablets with Nxtpaper. The Nxtpaper display. See if okay, once you open it, as you can see, you're greeted with the lovely 8-inch tablet. This also has an 8.7-inch display, 6,000 milliamp battery, ultra compact, Nxtpaper key, dual speakers, 8 megapixel rear and 5 megapixel front facing camera. Okay, so this is your tablet. As you can see, I'm going to put that down for now. So you get your USB-C charging cable, but I have plenty of these, so I'm not going to need that right now. And your menu, and then you should get your SIMs tool right there. And I'm going to insert the SIMs in a minute here. Get everything put back. These are just some dimensions that it shows. You can pause the video and read this for yourself if that's something that you want to do. But this is pretty much what the tablet looks like. So put that there. Close that back up. Okay, so now let's open up the tablet. It says pull it across. So this is what the back looks like. You get your little camera there. This has a MediaTek processor, but it does come with Android 15, so that is good. It is okay. It's not too sluggish. Yes, it has the MediaTek MT8755 processor. Here's your power button right here. Your Nxtpaper key button. This does look nice. It feels okay in the hand. This back feels plastic, but it doesn't feel too bad. But it is a nice little size tablet here. Like they said, this is 8.7-inch display. Let me go on and drop in the SIMs card real quick, so we can take a look at the device. Cut it on. So yes, you will have access to using an SD card slot. This can go up to 2 terabytes of storage with an SD card slot, and that is good to know. I believe it just starts off at 64 gigabytes of storage, but you can throw an SD card in there and get even more storage. That's something I'm going to have to pick up. I don't have a SD card at the moment to put in here. And I love that tablets, I love some tablets still come with access to using the SD card. Alrighty, let me get the SIMS card, the SIMS card open real quick. Okay, there is my SIMS card right there. We're going to insert this into the tablet real quick. Make sure I pop out everything. Let's get this installed, and then let's see if this tablet has any kind of juice so we can get it checked out. You do still have access to a headphone jack on this tablet, so that is another good thing. Some people like headphone jacks, and it is right there, as you can see. Speaker there, speaker here, USB-C charging cable down there. Let's cut this on real quick. See if we have any juice, and we do. So this is your power button here. This is your Nxtpaper key here, volume up and down. So it says TCL, powered by Android. Let's see if we can get that to cut on. Verizon, because you'll be able to pick this up on Verizon. Use it with a Verizon SIMS card. We have 52 juice. So let me get my cable and plug it up so we can take a look at this tablet real quick. Okay, so while it's preparing my tablet, like I said, it has an 8.7-inch display, 6,000 milliamp battery, ultra compact, which it is. It has the Core X8, 8 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front facing camera. The dimensions is 7.76 x 4.91 x 35. Like I said, it's 5G. It weighs 11.82 ounces. Activate my tablet. Searching for my network. The resolution is 1340 by 800. Processor Wi-Fi plus the 5G. Chipset MediaTek MT8755. Bluetooth 5.3. Let me put my password in real quick. The speed type up to 2.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. Your memory, your RAM, your ROM, and your memory. Like I said, 4 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs, and 64 gigs of storage. Has an FM radio. Supports up to 2 terabytes on an SD card, which is great. Operating system Android 15. It can play video playback on the rear camera, 1080p at 30 FPS. Has the headphone jack. Well, that was your front camera. Your rear camera is an 8 megapixel. And it does the video playback at 1080p, 30 FPS. The battery is a 6,000 milliamp battery. You're supposed to be able to get 16 hours of usage, standby time up to 20 days, charge time up to 3.5 hours. You're going to have to worry about if you're getting one of these tablets, since it is on a carrier, which is Verizon. There's going to be a lot of bloatware, as you can see. But some of these apps you should be able to go in here and disable or uninstall. You might not be able to disable all of them, but some of them you should be able to go in here and disable. Okay, there goes the 5G connection. As you can see, it is right there. So my 5G is up and running. Let's turn the brightness all the way up. So this is what the tablet is going to look like. I'm going to unplug it for now. So this is what the tablet's going to look like. You could use it in this angle here, or you could turn around and use it like this in this mode. And like I said, here are a lot of those bloatware apps that you may not want. So if you want to get rid of them, you just press it down. Some of them it'll say uninstall. So you can go in here and get rid of the ones that you know you're not going to use. Some of them, like I said, you can uninstall. Some of them you can't, like this app. I cannot uninstall it, but I can disable it. So we're going to disable it there, because a lot of this is eating up some of your storage. But that's what happens when you get carrier devices. They come with a lot of bloatware, unfortunately. And I wish they could do away with that, but they don't. But like I said, you could just go through here and delete what you want to delete. So that's something I'm going to do on a later date. I'm not going to do all of that right now. So let's jump into your settings app, just so you can see what this is going to look like. So this is your, let me turn it down for the video. So this is your settings app, as you can see. So you get your My Device. If you come in here, it tells you that you have the TCL Tab 8. It's on Android 15. It currently has the June 5th security patch. And that's another thing. These TCL tablets usually do not get software updates that much, so be aware of that. You're somebody that just wants a tablet to play around on, but you do not care about the software updates being up to date, then this is for you. It tells you how much RAM you have. You can see it tells you your CPU, your storage, the display, battery, the camera, the model, and it has other specs you can go in here and check out for yourself. Then you get your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your network and internet, your connections. You get your home screen and lock screen. So let's go into that. So this is my wallpaper for my home screen. As you can see, you can come in here and change your wallpaper if that is something that you want to do. So I'm going to change it to this color right here. Go in there. I'm going to hit apply, home and lock screen, and it should. There you go, and it's going to change the wallpaper just like that in the theme of the back colors. But you also get system colors since this is running Android 15. So it's going to change the colors to kind of match your wallpaper. You can get your micro color icons. Hit apply, hit OK. If you want icons that will actually match wallpaper and layout, you have access to that, and I actually really like that. As you can see, they kind of match. Go back into the settings. So you get your home settings, home screen style. Come in here for, this is home, if you want the home drawer and screen like I have. You can hit your historical used apps. I'm going to cut that off. You can add apps to home screen. I'm going to cut that off. You have a choice for just letting your apps be on your home screen, and you will not have access to an app drawer. But I like having an app drawer. My home screen grid, it goes all the way up to 6x5, and that is currently what I'm going to leave it at. You can fill empty cells. You get your lock screen settings, notifications on lock screen, so you can show notifications on your lock screen. You can put a lock screen message, so I'm just going to put Kia. So it can show on your lock screen. It says wake screen for notifications, control from locked devices. So here's your Nxtpaper zone. So you should be able to just push that button there, and now you are in the Nxtpaper zone. Push that button and you can come and cycle through what kind of display you want. So this is the main thing of this tablet, is that it has the paper-like Nxtpaper-like display. That's what it's called, Nxtpaper mode. So this was the regular mode, which gives you high efficiency, bright original colors. Now we can go on to cooler paper mode, which low translucent, soft color paper-like display. So I'm going to enter that mode real quick, and this is what. It's changing over. I like how it does an ink splat. But this is what this color, this paper, this screen is going to do when you hit the Nxtpaper modes. Tones everything down just a tad bit. But you can still use it. But if you want to use this, this will help you get even better battery life if you use some of these screens. So now we're going to do the Nxtpaper mode. It says paper-like display effect with black and white ink. So this will help you save even more battery if you do the Nxtpaper mode. And that is just a lovely kind of animation that I like. So this is just black and white. So say you're running low on battery, but you still want to have access to using your tablet. You can turn on the black and white paper mode, and just like that, you have access to. You can still use everything. It's just going to be black and white, and this is going to save even more battery. But I want to keep this on. I want to keep it on regular because to me that looks the best with the vibrant colors. Just like that, it changes back over to regular, and I love that animation. So now That was your Nxtpaper zone. Now you get your display. You get your brightness level. You can do your adaptive brightness. You get your light mode. Let's put it on dark mode. Dark mode saves a lot more battery to me. And I like dark mode better than light mode. You get your eye comfort, your enhanced eye comfort. Next vision to come in here and enhance image, video, and game. You get your adaptive tones. You can come in here and get your color mode and temperature. So let's leave it on vivid. That's going to be nice. Or you could come down here and change it to advanced and play with that for yourself. But I'm going to come and leave it on vivid because I like the way the vivid looked. Then you have adaptive tones. You get your sleep, your refresh rate. So this goes up to a 90 hertz refresh rate. So first you have your smart refresh rate, automatically adjust refresh rate based on display content, balance, display smoothness, and power consumption. So that is currently what it's set to right out the box. You can come in here and change it. If you set it to 90 hertz, yes, it's going to be snappier, smoother, but it will eat up your battery. But you also have 60 hertz, and that is what I like to stay on. It doesn't make it look too sluggish, but some people just like to use the more efficient refresh rate, but I'm just going to use 60 hertz. Then you get your display, your display size. Come in here and change the size of your fonts and the display. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, as you can see. Change the size of the icons. You can have bold text, or you can have maximize text contrast. With it smaller, this way you'll be able to fit a little bit more on your display. You get your auto rotation screen. We're going to cut that off. This is your status bar. It shows the battery percent, and this is where your notifications will come in on the notification panel up here at the top. Slide it down, and that is what that is going to look like right there. Then you get your screensaver. If you want to set a screensaver for your display, it says use the screensaver while charging. So let's cut it on real quick. And then let's just use this right here. So when I plug in my tablet, it should give me there's your charging animation. And then if I cut it off, it'll give me my charging. This is your charging screen. So you can set it up on a dock like this, and this is what it's going to look like when it is charging, which is very nice. But I'm going to cut that off because I really won't need access to using that. But that's nice that they included that inside. So that has been your display. Then you get your sounds and vibrations. So you can put the phone on, tablet on ring, vibrate, or silent. You get your notification ringtones. You get your alarm ringtones, live caption, and do not disturb. You also get your notification area, so app icon badges, your privacy. You can have bubbles, notification icon folder, manage app notifications, or notification history. Come out of that. Get your smart manager, so you can come in here and manage your battery and so on, as you can see. So you can come in here and clean up some of the apps and images on your device. It'll tell you how much battery you have left. So it says I should be able to get 10 hours and 12 minutes with 51% battery. You come in here and cut on power saving mode. Right now I have it on this mode, and then you get performance mode, super saving mode, automatic standby. battery percent, battery health, more battery settings, power consumption details, notifications to keep up with the apps to get notifications. You can auto launch apps. And your memory, you can come in here and clean up some of your memory. So right now I am using 2.53 gigabytes of 5.47 gigabytes. Then this is just your storage app. I'm using 20 gigabytes of 64 gigabytes of storage is being used right now. That was straight out of the box. No apps added. You get your app list. You can come through here and uninstall apps or put apps to sleep. You get your advanced features, quick gestures, power key, Nxtpaper key, and light. Get a single press for Nxtpaper mode, double press, a long press. Get your screen recording mode in there. Get your sidebar, which is that bar that'll come out to the side like that. Somewhat of what Samsung uses on their device. You get access to that on TCL's tablet. So I'm going to leave that on right now. Get your security and privacy information here. Check updates, system updates. Let's check real quick. See, do we have a system update? Download and install. Of course, we have a system update running. Let's let that run and see what that's going to do. And install. Get your locations, safety and emergency. You get your accounts, your digital well-being. Come in here and it'll tell you about how much you're using your tablet. There's your system updates, which right now we are currently updating the device right now. There is software update running right now. Then you get your system. So it comes in here, tells you about your navigation modes. So you can come on here and use your buttons if you want buttons. You can change it to buttons, so it'll look just like that. Or you could just change it to gestures, which is what I currently like. And that's what I'm going to keep it on. You get your languages and your keyboards. Get your date and time, multiple users. So you can have multiple users on here. So say you want to use this, your mom and your kid, you can have different display set up. So every time that person gets the device, say it's something you have on there, but they don't need to see what you have on there. It'll be like they have their own little personal tablet right in their hands. Let's just check out the camera. Not that people take photos with their tablets, but you do get your camera. You know, photos are going to be okay. I wouldn't take photos with a tablet, but it is what it is. It's on there if that's something that you really want to do. Get your front facing mode there. As you can see, waving at you guys. Like I said, I would not use this to take photos or videos. They could just, to me, a tablet doesn't have to have a camera in the front or the back. I would be fine with just having a tablet. Now let's go back and check on my system update. It says the software is up to date, so I'm going to hit OK. Overall, this does look and feel nice. Let's take it over to YouTube real quick so we can just test out the sound while we are doing this video. Let's just put it on one of my videos just so you can see what it's going to sound like if you want to pick this tablet up for yourself. Let's just do this video here. So, here to technical. So as you can see, I have the inborn case for my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. I've been using this case on my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 for a while now. It is a very, very, very thin profile. That's why it's called thin born. Not bad, you know, okay sound. I'm gonna do some more sound testing with some songs, so on and so on, but for right now, it does sound okay. I'll have to test out some music a little on a later date so I could see if it gets muddy or anything. But overall, this is a nice looking and feeling tablet. If you're out there looking for something on a little budget, I'll make sure I drop a link to the description and the price to where you can pick this up for yourself. Yes, I can recommend this tablet if you're just looking for something to just get you by, to do a little internet searching, reading a little books. You know, I don't know if you could play intensive games on here. That is something I'm gonna have to check out on a later date and come back and let you know my thoughts on that. But overall, this does look and feel good to me. I like the way the front feels better than the back. The back feels, it just feels too plasticky. But overall, it is a nice tablet for the size that it is and for what it can do. And I will come back with more content about this tablet. But I hope you found this video helpful. And I will catch you in the next video. I'm out.